Welcome to my YouTube channel. Please like, share, and subscribe.
In agreement with what my learning friend has said, I'm just going to make myself an example to illustrate the way I view destiny. When I was growing up, particularly when we were in secondary school, one day my parents, they called us and said, why is it that none of you is studying medicine? I raised up my hand. I said, Dad, I am going to study medicine. They clapped for me. When we got into class 3, they call it Form 3 then. When we were in Form 3, by the time we graduated, we passed on to Form 4. They used our Form 3 results to divide us into classes. Because I did very well in the sciences, they put me in science class. I didn't stay 2 days there. I carried my locker, went back to class D where they were doing arts. Why? Because I knew that I was not going to study medicine. Because I couldn't balance one single equation. Even though I did very well, all I knew was the theories. What is Avogadro's law? What is Newton's law of motion? I will tell you everything. But when you put just one equation to balance, I didn't know. And again, at a point, when we were at home, my parents would always say, this boy, you talk too much. What is it? You talk too much. But within me, I couldn't hide that talking. I knew. So later, when I now left secondary school and I went to A levels, I went to Oscars in a career, I knew I was going to be a lawyer. When we left Oscars, I applied. They didn't take me for law. I was taken for banking and finance. I refused to go. Somebody told me, said, they took you for banking and finance and you refused to go. I said, yes. If I graduated after my degree, if you make me the governor of Central Bank, I will not be fulfilled. I said I will not be fulfilled. So very early in life, I realized the gift in me. Even when we qualified as a lawyer, my mommy, when we qualified, some of my friends veered off. Some started selling properties. They made a lot of money from it. Of all of us that were about 6 that were very close friends, only me remained in legal practice. All the remaining ones, they left for one thing or the other. The one that traveled out of the country traveled. The one that traveled out of the country, after 20 years, is back. He called me recently. He said, please, anytime you are in Lagos, if you are going to call me so that I can be following you. We were called to buy the same day, 34 years ago. Just like my brother here said, if you are planted in Nigeria, if you uproot yourself, you know it is only a small plant that you can transplant. If you uproot a tree, it will die. So if God plants you here and you uproot yourself, you go to Germany. When Germany jams you, you will come back. So one thing is God told Abraham, he said you should leave your father's land. Get up from among your countrymen to a land where I will show you. In place of alignment, like my brother said, I lived in Lagos for 25 straight years. I left Lagos. Within 6 months of leaving Lagos, I was already a commissioner in Ekiti. Mommy, I became a commissioner before I got the party card. I was not even a member of the party. I never attended one ward meeting. But just because that is where God has destined me to be. So, leave your father's land, go to a land that I will show you. I said it here once. When I was leaving Lagos, my friends were making fun of me. They said your friends are relocating abroad. You say you are going to Ekiti. You this local man. I said yes, but that is where I want to go. So God showed me early. In Ekiti, I became the first commissioner. I became commissioner for local government. I became commissioner for justice and attorney general there. It is in that Ekiti They came to inspect me in Ekiti. That was where I became senior advocate of Nigeria. All the friends that I left in Lagos, they are still in one place. It is not that I'm making fun of them. I'm just saying it to buttress the point that one, you discover your purpose, discover yourself, the gift and talents in you, and because it is without repentance, God, like mommy said, he will not take it from you. He has given it to you. It is left for you to discover it and to develop it.
Wow.
Thank you, man.
Come on. Parents, I hope you are learning. Don't force your children to do any course. Some of you are trying to live the life you couldn't live through your children. I wanted to be a lawyer. You must be a lawyer. I'm the oldest in my class. I'm studying law because it's been my childhood dream. And for your information, I'm in part 4. My seniors are here, so I can't brag too much. Do you know that there are some children in my class? One is 16. If you're in part 4 and you are 17 years, so you can imagine when. Some of them are telling me that, mommy, we're just doing this thing. When we are done, we give the certificate to our parents. I'm going to fashion. My school fees is 2.1 million. So you can imagine parents that put that money together only for the child to say, mommy, I'm just telling you this. I will give my mother wanted me to a birth certificate. I am going to be sewing dresses. That's my passion. One side, I want to have a restaurant. And you can imagine how prosperous they will be. So, find out who you are. Find out your assignments. Know the place. And like my husband would say, don't run a fabricated race. The only person you are competing with is you.
Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your time here today. I believe this message has blessed and inspired you in one way or another. If it did, please don't keep it to yourself. Share it to someone so they too can be encouraged. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you always know when a new message is uploaded. This channel is a place of inspiration, encouragement, and growth. And I would love for you to keep coming back to be part of this journey. Until next time, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and keep shining in God's light. God bless you and see you in the next video.